Greetings, good morning from Goa. So we changed the location and we came here. Still Mirabar beach this is, but it's meditative in the morning to just even come and sit here. Look at this. No one here, so I thought I'll sit there. I was thinking about this thing, nature, the beauty of this nature. How beautiful the whole creation is. If you remember, this is one of our practices in shifting into awareness. Vismaya. Vismaya is a word from Shiva Sutras. Vismaya is awed. You're surprised. Look at life in surprise. Every bit is a kind of a surprise. Every bit of creation is a surprise. Vismaya. So when you look at the miraculous nature of life, you give into something that is larger than our little intelligence. You look into more of the cosmic intelligence. And this is very, 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 very important on this path. The path of surrender. You cannot surrender until you feel your intelligence is everything and you know everything and you are the creator and the free will and it's all about I and me and stuff like that. So to dissolve that, we have this practice. Constantly looking at everything. Whenever you have an opportunity, like I came and sat here, if I just sit and start just focusing on every bit, right from a tiny grain of sand, if I look, for example, at this sand, every grain of sand is different. Not two grain of sand in this universe is the same, of the same structure, size. So you can look at the variety, you can look at the diversity, you can look at the enormous variety in this creation. It's so different. That humbles us down. So if we have to humble down, we have to keep on looking constantly at everything in creation, starting right from my body. Look at every part of my body, right from the hair to the bones and to everything. You can see how beautiful it is and how it's created from the Panchamahabhuta. No technology can create a strand of hair. It's mesmerizing. So when you look into this, in the retreats we have this practice. In the retreat one day, sometimes I send everybody out and say, okay, we go to the hill or we go somewhere and then we do this Vismay and we come back with something what we have, and it's very amazing to see, because now the whole focus is not to do this practice or that practice. It is simply to be, observe, and it's a very overwhelming experience, especially on Arunachala Hill, because Arunachala itself is a wonder. So we are having this retreat again in June. So all those who are coming, welcome. We'll have a good time. Those who plan to register, please do so. You can still register quickly. Yesterday was the last date, but you can do it today also or tomorrow, maximum tomorrow, so that we wind up and then we prepare for that. So these are opportunities. Like when we have Kanjangad retreat, we go to the beach. Why do we go to the beach? I want us to be introduced to this nature and to surrender and submit our little egos to this enormous power. Enormous power. Look at the whole thing. It was high tide last night. That's why you see the waters have come till there at night. So they close it at night. See, the waters have receded now. Yesterday we were having dinner. The family, beautiful family here, my friends there. I got to learn so much from them. One gentleman, he's a allergist, he's a doctor, and we were having a long conversation, and he was talking about his profession. We were talking about the nature of allergy and how the body reacts and immunology and all this stuff. But then we were talking about these waves because we were sitting there only and having our dinner, and the waves was there in the background. So we were talking about the soothingness of this. And then he said, these waves are 7 in nature. One wave rises, then it rises again, then it rises again, and it goes to the higher and higher, and the highest wave is the 7th wave. I didn't know this. Every wave it stems, it rises, and it has the 7 layers. So when it comes to the 7th one, it is the most high, and every wave has a frequency. I said, wow. I said, that's the 7 sound, Satsur, music. I said, yes. Look at that. I mean, he was talking about this therapy of sound therapy, how this sound only is a therapy. So you can see the 7 sound, Saptaswara, is there in the wave also. Isn't that Vismay? So I got this point. Now if I sit and just simply contemplate, reflect and meditate on that and try to dissect those 7 sounds, it might not be possible intellectually, but it can give you a very deep experience of meditation. So that's the nature sound. You can see the nature sound, how beautiful it is. So like we did in Kanjangad retreat. Ajao bhai. We did in the Kanjangad retreat. The Panch Mahabhuta Shuddhi. We enter into the water and cleanse ourselves, detoxify our body, our mind, our emotions, and even our koshas. All energy cleansing, and this is known to be a great cleanser. So even the doctor was telling, the people come here to Goa once in a year, and it is a very good therapy for rheumatoid arthritis. So rheumatoid arthritis can just vanish, he says, if once in a year a bath is taken, a full-fledged bath is taken here in the sea water. Therapeutic. And he says people come here, and they come here every year for that bathing. So you can see how, God is great. We are not great. This little ego of us, I create everything. I am full in charge of my destiny. We do not know what happens next. It's very, very funny to keep doing all these claims. So to loosen that claim that we have, constant claim of I, and this feeling that I am fully in control. We don't want to give in control to something that is higher than us. We don't want to give in control to something that is higher than us, because we have not realized, we have not meditated on something that is higher than us all the time. So I would suggest, if whenever you go to any places in nature, sit down and calm and be meditative. That's where the fun is. That's where the party is. That's where the picnic is. Not that party which is, so much of noise outside. The inner silence is the real party. Look at this seashore. And this is even one of the sounds, Anhadnad. Seashore is one of the Anhadnad that people can hear. There are so many sounds, 10 basic sounds, Anhadnad, and many more diversities in that, like the Shankha, or the conch, or the thunder, or the bee, Brahmari, like that, or the hissing sound, and even the seashore, the wave sound. That's another. So I think I'm leaving today. We thought we'll take a good stroll here and then leave towards home. Today we'll have a session at night, and tomorrow we have this webinar. Looking forward to this webinar. All those who want to sign up, please sign up. Next 15 days, intensive work, every single day of healing, every single day of release and purging. Every single night we will do that, practically meditating on it. Webinar will understand self-healing of the mind, body and emotions, and also how to reprogram your life to attract what you want in life. You vibrate, and to create that vibration, generate and sustain it, 15 days we are going to do a great attempt and sustain it, because everyday practice will help us do that. At the same time, release and detoxify and keep on purging, forgiving, things like that. So that I believe, again, we have done this before, like 15 days or 21 days of intense purging, but you have to be consistent. That's the only thing. You have to be consistent. So those who cannot attend live daily sessions, who are out of India can take the recordings. Who are in India, you are supposed to be aligned and in the life. So this can give us a new view of life. We'll understand life in a little more deeper and simpler. Also understand the path of love, devotion and surrender, and move towards this beautiful path where you give off your I, and you help evolve yourself. It's most of the situations or solutions are not in trying to control it, but into giving off the control, and watch how powerfully you are guided, how powerfully this cosmic intelligence, which can run this whole universe, which can run everything in this, every bit of this, every atom in this. Why can't it run our little egos? It certainly can. So see you then tonight. Bye from Goa.